The nation's largest black-owned bank is once again trying to spread the message of financial literacy. To tell us about the 8th annual contest and a book giveaway happening Saturday in Grove Hall is the president and owner of OneUnited Bank, Teri Williams. Thank you very much for being with us, Teri.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I know this is something the city's trying to do and some other community agencies. So why should a bank be out there preaching financial literacy?
No, it's a good question. So we believe that the best consumer is an educated consumer. And it's important for us to start educating our community at a very young age. So this is the 8th year that we've had this financial literacy contest for youth. It's for youth between the ages of 8 and 12. And we actually give away 10 $1,000 savings accounts to the winning essays or art, actually. So our focus really is just to try to get our community to start younger and teaching habits of saving, and but also to educate them about things that aren't usually taught, such as check systems and check cashers and credit scores. So those are the types of challenges that we have as a community, and we're trying to educate our youth about those.
Well, we know people with lots of money need banks, but on the other hand, people who don't have a lot of money can barely, pay off the bills. They might be saying, why do I need a bank? They charge you for things. So what's the advantage?
Yeah. So our belief, people will say that people don't have a lot of money, can't afford to save. And our belief is that if you don't have a lot of money, you can't afford not to. Because the reality is that savings allows you to take risks to get to the next level. And so even if it's putting away like $5 a month, or, the reality is that it adds up. And so what we say is, start with a savings account. Savings accounts have very low balances to avoid fees. We have a youth savings account that's free. We have a savings account for seniors over 65 that's free. Even our checking for over 65 is free. So there are a lot of ways that you can save and avoid fees, I guess is my point. But it's most important to just put a little away, like every month, every week, when you can.
Opening a bank account doesn't immediately make you richer, but talk about the difference in how you perceive your money once it's in there in the bank. You go online and you look what's happening.
Right, yep. So one of the things that we really try to educate our community about is actually the importance of banking. There's this whole movement called the Bank Black movement. And the purpose of it is really to start to get our community to feel comfortable coming into banks. We have people that come into our bank 50, 60 years old and say they've never been in a bank before. But once they come, and part of the reason is because they always felt like, banking wasn't for them, it wasn't for us. But once they're in and they realize like, wow, there's something about this that feels different. I do feel like I belong here, and I also feel like I am going to take money a little more seriously than just cashing a check, keeping the cash in my pocket and spending it. So it really does make a difference being banked as opposed to unbanked.
Well, one of the fundamentals of banking is if I put money in the bank is going to make money off it, maybe more money than I'm going to make. But what about that money coming back in the community? Anything you can talk about what's going on locally here?
Yep. So we are very excited to be partnering with MAHA. MAHA has this great One Mortgage program that allows first-time home buyers to actually get money and discounted mortgages to buy a home. And so it's a program that we just started with MAHA, and we're very, very excited. The One Mortgage program not only helps first-time home buyers, but it also has the added benefit of really increasing the diversity of home ownership. MAHA is very, very dedicated to ensure that not only young people are able to buy, but also really a diverse population is able to buy.
This has been the news, and we're talking with Teri Williams from OneUnited Bank. Teri, I think it was 8 years you've been doing the essay contest. What have you learned from that?
Yeah. Well, one of the things I learned is that we need to get books about financial literacy into the hands of our youth, because once it's in their hands, the sky's the limit. The light bulbs start going off. They start asking for jobs, asking for allowances. They start saving. They start investing. We have this great event that's happening on Saturday where I'm actually going to be giving the book away to anyone who comes to our Grove Hall branch between 10 and noon, really to get the book in our youth's hands. So that's the most important thing I have found is that really getting our youth to read about money, to start to understand money at a young age makes a huge difference in their life.
Well, you wrote the book, and
Yeah.
tell me a little bit about your own experience, about what went into this.
So I grew up low-income family, and we used to take these Sunday drives. I know they don't do that as much anymore. And I'd look around and I saw all this wealth, and then we'd come back to our home, and I couldn't understand, like, how could there be this much wealth? And my family, we work hard, and what's happening here? Like, I couldn't understand. I knew something was different about money, but I couldn't figure out what it was. And through college and majoring in economics and going to Harvard Business School and working in corporate America, I learned about money. And I wrote this book because I decided that no one should grow up as a child and not be able to connect the dots.
Well, you'll have copies of the book being given out on Saturday, and we should tell people exactly what time and the location of the branch.
Yeah, sure. So it is from 10 to noon on Saturday, and it's at 648 Warren Street, which is our Grove Hall branch.
And finally, we should mention also that you have the essay contest, and you've got a deadline into June for this, right?
Yes. The essays or art are due by June 15th.
And finally, you've got a website that people can go to for some more information about all the above?
Yes. So you can go to OneUnited, OneUnited.com/book to learn about the essay contest and to learn about the bank.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you, Chris.
Teri Williams from OneUnited Bank.